Oh, pull it up, Jamie.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Newark, New Jersey, he weighs in tonight at 200 pounds, Joe Rogan.
Well, Joe Rogan making his way to the ring, and if you're like me and love a good curry, you're always disappointed at the curries available in the supermarkets in the jars, but that changes today. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, Rogan Joe. A new line of curries that he's introduced. It's the same as normal Rogan Josh, but it contains 100 grams of alpha brain. Not quite sure what it does. And my urine turned blue after eating it, but apart from that, it was very tasty. Nonetheless, Joe Rogan set for action here against a big psychopath.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent. Hailing from Houston, Texas, but now residing in India, he weighs in tonight at 315 pounds, Steve Mercury.
Well, Steve Mercury, the most psychotic Freddie Mercury tribute act in all of the southern United States of America. This man, 6'6", 315 pounds, has taken many men out of the business, hoping to take Mr. Joe Rogan out, but I'll tell you what, Joe Rogan's, he's had his alpha brain, he's had his shroom tech, he's had his, I don't know, his water tablets, I don't know what else this man's on. I'll tell you what, if he takes a slam, it'd be like a rattle, but nonetheless, that may fuel him on here against this big Steve Mercury, but Steve Mercury with a cheap shot there. This big Texan, who seems to think he is literally the reincarnation of the deceased frontman of Queen Freddie Mercury, as now he sends Rogan for the ride of the ropes, and look at the power from this man, 315 pounds of nothing but pure aggression. And Joe Rogan with a significant martial arts background, but it's not doing him much good at the moment. Steve Mercury clearly not a fan of Rogan, Joe Curry, and the power there just slamming the back of Rogan's head right into the canvas. And of course, tune in tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Rogan's latest podcast, where he'll be debating with his co-host whether badgers can travel through time and space. Fascinating conversation, but Steve Mercury not happy here with the referee. The speed of his count not good enough in the eyes of this man, and believe me, you don't know upset this big mentalist. As Joe Rogan finding out now as Steve Mercury goes behind him, all trying to move there, but Rogan putting the brakes on. Look at this by Rogan, look at the power. A vertical suplex on the big man, and Steve Mercury really struggling, finding out why Joe Rogan is the most dangerous podcaster on the planet. Look at those kicks. As now he finally gets up, nice one-handed face crusher by Joe Rogan. Maybe that alpha brain is good. Maybe I was wrong to doubt it. Look at this, the armbar trying to snap that arm like a twig. Trying to hyperextend the elbow joint, but too close to the ropes. Referee forcing a break nonetheless. Rogan on a real roll here, nice spinning heel kick. As Steve Mercury could be in trouble, Rogan goes to the top rope, but goes there at the wrong time and gets slammed right off. Joe Rogan looked to be building a bit of momentum there, but Steve Mercury with a nice reversal at the right time, and a big reverse suplex there. And now look at this, Steve Mercury wrapping the legs up. I'll tell you what, Joe Rogan, he will want to break free at the moment, but he can't. A long way away from the ropes. Steve Mercury breaking the hold, though Rogan would not quit. You've got to give the credit to the toughness of this man, but it may not be enough to get him through this match here, this absolute psychopath. He's tearing him apart here as Steve Mercury nails a thunderous side slam. And Joe Rogan in real trouble here. He needs to do something to turn his fortunes around in this match, otherwise it's going to be curtains for him. Nonetheless, the show must go on. And now look at this, Steve Mercury picking him. Oh, this isn't good. We've seen this move before. My God, the Bohemian Rhapsody, the reverse Death Valley driver, dropping Rogan right on his head. Must have really rattled his brains. He could have a bad neck injury after that move. And unsurprisingly, big Steve Mercury victorious. Oh, come on, we're not done yet. Steve Mercury. Well, the match is over. You beat the man. Now busting Joe Rogan open with that big boot. I don't think the Rogan Joe Curry is going to go any way to appease Steve Mercury in a thunderous choke slam. But this match is over. Steve Mercury clearly not done here. He's going slightly mad, and look at that, a big boot to the face of the referee. Even the officials not safe from the wrath of this utter madman. Oh, and come on, this isn't good here, as Steve Mercury picks him up and nails him, spikes his head into the canvas with a Mercury driver. Well, this man is out of control, real Freddie Mercury or not. We need some security out here to stop this.